I believe, our consumers believe, Arctic Cat believes, our customers ride more than our competitive brands. And it's kind of one of those things where they want to continue to keep on riding. And Ride More really demonstrates the passion that our Arctic Cat owners or Arctic Cat consumers have.
Sure, those who ride green log more hours in the saddle and put more miles on their sleds in one winter than some do in a lifetime. But riding more is not just about going the distance. It's about a passion that runs to the core. We built our company on this passion. Arctic riders go harder, go faster, and dream bigger. We ride in 2 inches of snow. We ride in 200. We bang through ditches. We carve through powder. We climb hills. We conquer mountains. For those of us who bleed green, time in the saddle will always be some of the best times of our lives. No matter how you ride, where you ride, and why you ride, we encourage you to own the better snowmobile. You will ride with more heart. You will ride with more soul. You will ride with more passion. Just say you're ready to ride more, and we'll show you the 2015 Arctic Cat with your name on it. When we're not hammering the throttle on the racetrack, we're going full throttle in our workshops. We improve on 50 years of refinement, one breakthrough at a time. That's how we move the Arctic Cat speedometer forward. The Arctic Cat ZR has always been synonymous with performance and speed. This year's ZRs are no exception. 2015 brings more engines, more ride packages, more of that magic ZR potion. Performance Team Manager and Team Arctic Cross Country Racer Brian Dick takes us through the ZR suspension packages.
Starting off with the LXR package, that's for your trail rider that likes to kind of stick to groomed trails with the small trail chop. From there, you're going to bump up into the Snow Pro package, which over the years we've kind of tamed down the Snow Pro package because it comes with a little higher end shocks, but still has that small trail chop calibration, but also gives you a little bit added comfort in the deeper holes. So the guy that wants to go out and pound the ditches and do a little jumping, he's gonna want to get into that Snow Pro package.
The Limiteds have the same suspension package as the Snow Pros and also include a couple of sweet graphics options, including an LT Gray version and added features like storage bags, goggle holders, electric start on some models, and heated seats on 4-strokes. Stepping it up from the Snow Pro and Limited models, we go to the top of the pecking order RR package.
It's the same calibration that I have in my sled for cross-country racing, so it's for the extreme die-hard guy that really wants to get out there and get after it.
This year, there are 6 ways to power your ZR passion. The 9,000 4-stroke turbo catapults the world's fastest snowmobile. The 8,000 wins the ultimate 160-plus horsepower 2-stroke title. Best in 135 class horsepower goes to the smooth 3-cylinder 7,000, our state-of-the-art clean technology 4-stroke. Back in our 2-stroke arena, it's the rise of the new Arctic designed and built 6000. The high-tech, high-performance 2-stroke featuring dual stage injection. The 5,000 4-stroke returns for 125 class horsepower duty. And finally, for the aspiring future Team Arctic racer, the 85 class horsepower 499cc 4000 delivers ear-to-ear grins. Why do Arctic riders ride more? Riding allows us to be heroes of our own adventures. From the moment we breathe life into our engines, we become masters of our own snow-covered domain. The 2015 ZRs bring you so much power, so much performance, so much fun. Just one ride, and you will understand why Arctic riders ride more. We XF riders have always been first to throw a leg over the saddle in the name of adventure. With 4 XF models to choose from: the XF Cross Tour, the XF Cross Country, and the XF High Country, the time has come to ride as you please, wherever you please. Climb on and hammer the throttle. In an instant, you will realize there's no limit to what you can do with a full tank of gas. The XF models are configured with either a 137-inch track or a 141-inch track, and your choice of the following engines: the 2-stroke 6000, the 4-stroke 7000, the 2-stroke 8000, or the turbocharged 9000. Here's Performance Team Manager Brian Dick to tell us more about the XF models with the 137-inch track.
Well, we've taken the 129-inch slide action suspension and we've just stretched it out to fit that 137-inch track, but still has that same suspension characteristics with the slide action for the good bump absorption and the excellent cornering. So this sled is built for the performance driver that wants to occasionally jump off the trail and do a little boondocking.
XF models with the 137-inch track come in 3 ride packages: LXR, Snow Pro, and Limited. The LXRs have the softer suspension setup. The Snow Pros have a more aggressive, stiffer suspension. The XF Limited gets the same Snow Pro suspension, plus added features like a storage bag, goggle holder, and heated seats on 4-stroke models. You also get tunnel flares and the Procross front bumper. Now, Mountain Team Manager Troy Halverson talks to us about 3 XF models with variations of a 141-inch track.
Well, the Cross Tour was developed more for the guys out east and the guys up in Quebec. They like to put on a lot of miles. They like the longer track. They like to get off trail a little bit. So with that 141-inch track, they can get off and boondock a little bit. But really, it kind of satisfies that adventure market. I mean, we got the taller windshield, more comfort. Got the mirrors. We have the rack that comes standard. What's also a nice feature is it has a steel bumper that's accepting of the 2-up accessory seat. It's a 2-in-1 sled. You get all the benefits of a touring sled with that 2-up seat where you can bring somebody with you. But if you just want to go solo, then you just pop the seat off. And then you got to carry a lot of stuff. You got the big rear storage area and a lot of opportunities to put more storage yet if you want, or if you want to carry a can of gas. The XF Cross Country is more of a guy that, like a swamp runner. He likes to get off trail, so he's got a deeper lug track. It's an 1.5-inch Cobra track, which works very well in the powder. It's also a guy that likes to get back on the trail from time to time, so it's a little more of a, really it's a transition between the XF 137, which is a lot more trail oriented with the slide action rear suspension, and then you go to the Cross Country, which is more like the Pro Climb with the 141-inch track, 1.5-inch Cobra, as well as he gets the suspension geometry of the Pro Climb sled.
The XF Cross Country also comes as a limited model. The limited model comes with added features like a storage bag, goggle holder, electric start, and a heated seat on 4-strokes. This one comes with the Pro Climb front bumper. Get a load of the 2015 Limited graphics.
High Country is almost like an M series with a 141-inch track because it's got the telescoping handlebars, it's got the float rear arm shock, and it gets the 2.25-inch track, a mountain track. You know, the really cool thing about that high country is that there's a lot of guys from the Midwest that maybe they had some bad snow conditions, so they started making trips out to Cook City, something that's within a day's ride. They can get up in the mountains, and they can do that, you know, maybe once a month, but they also want to ride back home. So this sled actually satisfies that requirement because you can go ride it on the trails back in Wisconsin or Michigan, but then you want to get over to the mountains and you're not limited by the track lug anyway. You got that 2 1/4 track, so you can go everywhere the mountain guys are going.
The XF High Country is also available as a limited model. The limited model comes with added features like a storage bag, goggle holder, electric start, a heated seat on 4 strokes, and limited graphics. You also get the Pro Climb front bumper on this one. The Arctic Cat XFs, from trail to powder and everything in between. There's an XF built specifically for the way you are meant to ride. The urge to see what's over the next ridge is as old as the ridge itself. That would be enough to understand why Arctic Cat riders ride more, but it's even simpler. The mere sight of an Arctic Cat mountain sled makes us yearn for powder-covered, sky-piercing landscapes.
You know, I took over in the mountain team last year. We did quite a few changes in 2014. We're really trying to make that sled a better handling mountain sled. We did things with getting about close to 18 pounds out of the sled itself, but also doing things with the skid frame to move it in a different position to get it up on the snow better.
The 9000 is the most powerful 4-stroke anywhere. It's not enough to be powerful. Strength and weight factor into this equation. And nobody is more successful at designing engines that sustain their peak performance under the most punishing loads. Power has always been the mountain rider's best friend, which is why we are always pushing the upper limits of the combustion engine. The 8000 is the most powerful 2-stroke in the mountains.
We got a new M7000 that's going to be interesting for guys that like that 4-stroke with that 130 horsepower range. Very torquey sled, feels really good in the mountains. The M6000 now was a nice little addition for us because we see that when we go out with a 6000, even though you look at the weight difference between a 6000 and 8000, it's only like 8 pounds, but you feel that little bit of weight. You're lower on horsepower, but actually it's such a snappy motor that it's, you know, talking to the guys like Rob and Dave that spend all their time on the backcountry, you know, they can do things on that 600 that they didn't think they would be able to, but it actually, because of the way the sled feels and light and the power that it does have, they have no problems going everywhere they went before.
The M Standard is our base package. The steering post is laid over the engine more like a conventional sled. The M6000 Snow Pro and M8000 Snow Pro get the vertical steering with a telescoping handlebar. This is a huge benefit, unique to Arctic Cat, allowing you to adjust for changing terrain. FoxFloat 3 shocks, front and rear, eliminate the coilover springs, both saving weight and providing more opportunity to adjust the ride.
I come from the race environment, performance environment, so I like to jump. It's a lot of fun for me. I'm still not too old, so I figure I can hang it out there a little bit. You know, I thought that our rails could be a little stronger, so I made the guys put rail braces in all the Snow Pro packages. So that's one thing that we did improve to make it a little better for the guys that like to get out there, and you see a lot more jumping and stuff. So all Snow Pros and Limiteds will get the rail braces.
The M Limited comes fully loaded. This machine has it all, from the Pro Climb bumper to storage bags front and back. Electric start is an option on some 2-stroke models, while 4-stroke models come with electric start as standard. 4-strokes also get a heated seat. The HCR, the Hill Climb Racer, was built to race. The M8000 HCR features a 40 to 41-inch adjustable ski stance. This is 2 inches narrower than last year's 8000 HCR, resulting in improved handling and deeper powder without compromising climbing ability. The 85 durometer Power Claw track is firm. The ride is nice and stiff. The HCR is built to go to the top, so we made sure everything on it is top of the line.
With the sled as it's designed right now, we felt that we could give up a little more ski stance and make it a better boondocking sled for the guys that doesn't necessarily hill climb race. So we went to 40 inches on that as well. So really just making a more manageable sled, better for being in the mountains.
The 2015s deliver fanatical levels of refinement. Put one on the side of a mountain and you will ride like you've never ridden before. Touring. The experience is epic, and so are the stories. This year, Arctic riders will be racking up huge miles on a very special new touring sled, the Pantera 7000. Also available as a limited model, takes body-saving ride technology to the next level. This is the first time a touring machine benefits from a brand new Pro Tour chassis. Magic Carpet Ride best describes the experience. The limited Pantera gets a 4.3-gallon auxiliary gas tank, plumbed directly into the 10.7-gallon primary tank, enabling you to ride this ultra-efficient C-Tech 4 powered beauty vast distances between fill-ups. Those who travel far will do so in comfort thanks to heated seats, passenger hand warmers, plug-ins for your heated helmet shield, and excellent wind protection, courtesy of this extra high windshield, equipped with side rear view mirrors. There's also an easily removable passenger seat. The list goes on. Under the hood, the story is just as enticing. The Pantera gets the 7000 4-stroke. This world-class engine is at the forefront of clean technology, thanks to advanced intake, exhaust, and oil and cooling systems. The 1049cc triple features a state-of-the-art Arctic Cat fuel management system. Throttle response is both immediate and smooth. The tune this engine makes as it belts out 135 class horsepower soothes the soul. If it's not a Pantera, it's got to be the Lynx 2000 LT. Powered by the value-focused 565cc 2-stroke fan-cooled carbureted engine. This mid-size 2-stroke is durable and efficient. Yup, there's also push-button reverse. This engine is revered around the world for its simplicity and durability. The Lynx 2000 LT has all the standard features you need, including a full-height windshield, digital analog gauge, hand and thumb warmers, electric start, a detachable passenger seat, and so much more. The model year is 2015, and this is the touring segment. Now you gotta ask yourself two questions. Where do you want to go, and for how long? Throw a leg over a new Arctic Cat touring sled, and nothing can stop you. The Bearcat. No other snowmobile musters so much constructive energy. The 2015 lineup includes a Bearcat for everyone. We've got one LT, 4 XT models, and the one-of-a-kind Groomer Special. First up, the value-priced Bearcat 2000 LT. This beauty may be the minimalist of the bunch, but it doesn't lack for anything. There's push-button reverse, electric start, hand and thumb warmers, full-height windshield, even a Pintle-style hitch. The 2000 employs the popular 565cc fan-cooled two-stroke. The LT is the only Bearcat in the lineup with a 15-inch wide by 151-inch track and the slide-action rear suspension. All Bearcats come with lightweight 8-inch wide skis featuring a deep keel design for superior steering control. Next up, the XTs. From here, all tracks widen to 20 inches. Track lengths also increase from the LT's 151 inches to 154 inches. Here's the Bearcat 2000 XTE, also powered by the 565cc fan-cooled two-stroke. One more hard-to-miss detail, the articulating suspension. This is a utility sled after all, in which case an articulating suspension is ideal for any tour of duty that requires hooking up to and hauling a trailer. For those heavy loads, simply tighten the springs and you've got yourself a straight rail suspension. All XTs feature the AWS-7 front suspension with hydraulic twin-tube shocks. If you're keen on the XTE's features, the 17-gallon fuel tank, under-seat storage, heavy-duty front and rear bumpers, detachable passenger seat, but you gotta have electric start, we have for you the Bearcat 2000 XT. Some folks want all the XT features and a 4-stroke engine. Enter the Bearcat 5000 XT, powered by the 5000 series C-Tech 4 engine. This model boasts excellent traction, great flotation, and a ride so smooth you'll swear it's a touring sled disguised as a Bearcat. The 5000 XT Limited is basically the same machine with more standard features, including seating for 3, an easy-to-remove passenger seat, heated driver's seat, luggage bag, an engine heater. The front AWS suspension also gets a sway bar. And finally, the Bearcat that turns the wheels of progress like no other machine, the Groomer Special. This one also employs the ultra-clean C-Tech 4 engine. Get It Done features include a heavy-duty receiver-mounted winch with handlebar-mounted in and out switches, rear light bar with floodlight and beacon, a rear hitch, rear power outlet, and 2 dash-mounted actuator switches. The Groomer Special comes with a unique Act Diamond drive, differentiated by its 4-pinion planetary gear system. This unit is designed to reduce gear ratio by more than 30%, thus improving performance at low speeds. There's also an auxiliary radiator and that massive 17-gallon fuel tank. The 2015 Bearcats. Live an extraordinary life. Own an extraordinary snowmobile. The Lynx 2000 delivers a great riding experience for the whole family. This value-packed entry-level Arctic Cat owes its comfort to the twin spar chassis, noted for its body-saving ride. The curved handlebars enhance your riding position. Steering is light, and on the whole, the ride is wonderfully smooth. The Lynx 2000 comes with convenient features like electric start, push-button reverse, a digital analog gauge, and an integrated seat storage pouch. The Lynx 2000 gets the reliable 565cc fan-cooled two-stroke, the bulletproof Act Diamond drive, and the race-inspired slide-action rear suspension. The ride is smooth. The performance is pure Arctic Cat. We Arctic Cat riders start young, and we do it right. The Arctic Cat ZR120 is back in racetrack black, And to your young Arctic Cat enthusiast, it's every bit as awesome as Dad's. This classic machine comes with a fully functioning AWS front suspension with hydraulic shocks and a new-look Team Arctic hood. The ZR120 runs on a 123cc fan-cooled 4-stroke. And it also comes with sweet safety features, like a working headlight, an LED taillight, tether switch, and a safety flag. The new ZR120. This is where being an Arctic Cat role model starts. Developed from years of testing on the racetrack, the Procross chassis is a stronger, lighter weight design, built to go faster and handle better. It's also built to take extreme punishment, common to aggressive trail riding.
The lower A-arm on our chassis is angled back. We have a triangular lower frame, which does two different things. It creates a strong structural chassis just by design. It's all triangles. The other thing that it does is sends the shock loads, or shock absorbers, angle back towards your body mass and the engine mass on the chassis, which gives a good reaction to shock load. So you can put more control, more shock valve control, and still have a nice supple ride.
The tunnel on the Procross is a lightweight, stronger design, made with 2 stamped aluminum pieces. The tunnel walls are tapered to conform better to the rider's natural leg position, delivering more comfort and control for either stand-up or sit-down riding. Wider, gripped running boards are designed for better foot traction. Large cutouts reduce weight and help remove snow from building up, again enhancing foot traction.
We adjusted the snowmobile to sit back and feel more exciting when you grab the throttle. When you're going down the hard pack or straightaway, you grab the throttle, the sled sits back, the skis come off the ground slightly, you come into corner, you let off, the sled settles down. We softened up the front end of the sled, created more of a rail car feeling that all our Arctic Cat customers demand out of an Arctic Cat snowmobile.
Stronger, lighter, more aggressive. The Procross chassis delivers what it promises: pure exhilaration. The Arctic race suspension is designed to be light and strong and deliver the most predictable handling for a confidence-inspiring ride.
Here at Arctic Cat, we separate our upper and lower A-arm more than is maybe standard in the industry. It gives our snowmobile more of a motocross look with the tall spindles, and the real functional reason for that was to lighten up the upper A-arm and the upper structure in the chassis. It allows us to position the engine to get the perfect balance and center of gravity on our Arctic Cat snowmobiles.
To understand Arctic's revolutionary slide-action rear suspension, Ron explains how typical snowmobile suspensions work and how the slide action creates better traction.
With our new design, the sliding front arm, as it continues to transfer back and lifting the front of the sled, the front arm slides away and the rear arm's now the driver. If they were parallel, the front arm would have pulled the front of the rail up off the ground and losing traction. Here, the front of the rail can continue to follow the ground and continue to look for traction. So if you could imagine grabbing the throttle, tipping back on standard technology, the front arm would come up, the suspension would feel short. On the Arctic Cat slide action suspension, the front is allowed still to fall out and accept the next bump that you attack. So it creates a real in-control, traction, smooth, ultimate feeling riding a snowmobile. The 128 Procross and the 137 XF both use a 2/8/6 pitch pattern track, Part of the reason for that is on the trail for sound and vibration, we have what's called a bump track. It's Arctic Cat technology that creates a soft, quiet ride going down the trail.
The Arctic Drive system was designed with lighter weight in mind, ultimately creating lighter, more nimble, and faster snowmobiles.
The Procross chassis offers a torque control link which maintains proper center distance and clutch alignment from the engine to the jack shaft. On the other side of the vehicle we have our drop case, which utilizes magnesium material for a weight reduction of about 30% over traditional aluminum. There's an automatic maintenance-free chain tensioner that controls and maintains proper chain tension, which will prevent any kind of premature chain fatigue and wear.
The Procross chassis also features the revolutionary RMC brake system. Similar to superbikes, this system has a larger brake handle and a radial master cylinder with a smaller piston that's perpendicular to the handlebar. It's easy to pull and delivers great response and feel. The RR gets the lightweight race version brake disc. You get great performance and response in all types of conditions, and that means more rider confidence when hammering trails. Don't mess with perfection unless you can take more weight out and put more strength in. That's our rule. So we're constantly working on our chassis, because sooner or later, what we figure out will be lighter and stronger. That's what we do.
I'd like to talk to you about our ProClimb chassis. We run a triangular structure on the front end, which is obviously strong, being a triangle. Some of the other things that it does, it allows us to angle the shock absorbers back at the mass of the chassis. So all of that tied together creates a good strength and to weight ratio. When we did that, we also raised the spindles up, the upper A-arm up, so we could allow for the different engine packages to have room between the A-arms. Our M sled comes with a 153-inch and a 162-inch option. On the HCR, the tallest track that is available is a 2.6 track. It's a little stiffer lug made for hill climb racing for more rugged terrain. The mountain sleds obviously can be deeper because you're generally in soft snow, and that's where the deeper paddles really shine. Maybe one of the bigger difference with HCR is really a hill climb racer is what that stands for, and they're going up a hard rutty hill up the mountain. They wanted a wide front end for controllability. Steering on the mountain sled, for the last few years Arctic Cat has stood their steering up straight, creating a real good lever. If you thought of a tall stick coming out of a chassis, you're going to go side hilling, and you can grab that lever and tip the sled over. That's really what the simple way to explain the way the steering works. We also have a quick adjust height adjustment that really makes it nice on certain models to be able to go from trail riding to side hilling, and makes it really comfortable for. I'm a flatlander. I live up in Thief River Falls, and when I go out in the mountains, I actually can even tip this thing on the side and side hill.
The ProClimb tunnel is a light two-piece design. The tapered tunnel walls conform to your natural leg position, improving both comfort and control. Wider running boards provide better foot traction for side hilling. Large cutouts reduce weight and help remove snow, again improving footing. Yeah, even perfection can be improved upon.
Some of our mountain models also don't run a heat exchanger all the way to the rear of the sled. Generally, you're driving this snowmobile with a 2.6 track in deep snow. Therefore, the cooling area, square inches, reduced. So we've got certain models that we've shortened up the heat exchanger to just the front of the sled, lightening it up, carrying less ice. Definitely a positive unless you drove on a dry trail. But to overcome some of that, this model also comes with scratchers standard on the vehicle that you just flip down driving down the trail, throws up ice chunks, and will sufficiently cool the sled and also help for high fact sticking or burn.
The 2015 Pro Climb chassis. Lighter, stronger, more maneuverable than ever. We spoke to Arctic Cat's Ron Bergman. Ron is an Arctic Cat institution. His decades at Arctic Cat have been devoted to developing, refining, and perfecting the suspension technology that has been leading the industry into the 21st century.
The suspension on the Pro Climb is a simple layout. The demands for this frame were really climbing mountains, deep snow. So we've taken some of the functions out that we would normally have in our trail sleds. The reason for that is to keep weight down. This snowmobile isn't generally driven down the trail for any extended length of time. Really chose weight and performance in deep snow over trail comfort. The skid frame, if you go through it, the rear arm, we don't have torsion springs on it. We either have an air shock on the rear arm, or on certain models we have a spring over a shock body. Very simple, clean, carries less ice and snow. The rear axle, which we have on all our models, which originated on the mountain sled, is a two-wheel setup that is bridged together for added strength and weight reductions.
The M rear suspension is paired with the Arctic race suspension up front. The single forged aluminum spindles are designed to be even lighter this year, yet maintain all the strength needed to take on the mountain. Lightweight and durable, the Pro Climb suspension delivers the best ride on the mountain. The Arctic Drive system continues to evolve. Our goal is always to make it lighter and stronger, ultimately resulting in a snowmobile that's both more nimble and more efficient, and no doubt faster. The Arctic Drive system features this torque control link, which maintains consistent center-to-center distance, as well as alignment between the engine and drive shaft.
So it gives you a constant center distance that helps align the belt and make sure that there's no misalignment causing premature heat due to the friction of the belt not running true to the shifts. This driven clutch has improved fins, which helps circulate more air in the clutch compartment, also acting somewhat as a heat sink to help control belt temperatures. The ribs are both front and back. On the other side of the vehicle, we have our drop case, which utilized magnesium material for a weight reduction of about 30% over traditional aluminum. There's an automatic maintenance-free chain tensioner that controls and maintains proper chain tension, which will prevent any kind of premature chain fatigue and wear.
The Pro Climb chassis also features the revolutionary RMC brake system. Similar to superbikes, this system has a larger brake handle and a radial master cylinder with a smaller piston that's perpendicular to the handlebar. It's easy to pull and delivers great response and feel. In addition, Snow Pro, Limited, and HCR models get the lightweight race version brake disc. You get great performance and response in all types of conditions, and ultimately, that means more rider confidence. Lighter, faster. The Arctic Drive system propels you like never before. Derived from the Pro Cross and Pro Climb chassis, the Pantera features our new generation Pro Tour chassis. The Pro Tour chassis incorporates a one-piece tunnel design, lending to excellent rider and passenger comfort, combined with exceptional handling and performance. Comfort does not come at the cost of strength and weight. This chassis is built to take a pounding for you, and the best part is, you don't feel it. The Pantera benefits from Arctic Cat's slide-action rear suspension. Sure-footed handling is a trademark characteristic. Adjustable springs let you set your Pantera up to suit your personal preference. Arctic Cat IFP gas shocks are calibrated for comfort over varying trail conditions. Overload springs provide 3 additional settings, allowing you to make adjustments for the additional weight of a passenger and cargo. That's our 15-inch by 146-inch by 1 1/4-inch quiet track. Not only does it enhance handling, acceleration, and traction, it also reduces noise. The Pro Tour chassis is a fantastic package. Take our word for it, it will make you want to ride more. We are confident you will agree the Pantera's Pro Tour chassis delivers the best ride in the industry. A similar version of this Arctic race suspension can be found in the performance lineup. This touring version is credited for superb handling and its ability to soak up the biggest bumps. Arctic Cat's patented bump track technology complements the suspension, further improving traction and stability. The slide-action rear suspension delivers a smooth, comfortable ride. 3 spring adjustment settings allow you to dial in your preferred firmness. Overload springs provide 3 additional settings, a benefit when riding with a passenger or hauling cargo. Engineer Ron Bergman describes how it operates.
The touring snowmobile has a long track which eats up the bumps with the slide action front arm and the length of the track. The ride is far superior to any snowmobile out there. We have an overload system, so if you have cargo or an added passenger, you can easily adjust for rider weight or cargo being hauled on the vehicle and still have a very pleasing ride on rough and smooth terrain.
The Arctic drive system has evolved to efficiently handle the unique power characteristics of the 7000 4-stroke engine. Similar to our Pro Cross drive system, this design employs a long center-to-center clutch distance, 10.5 inches. The result, smooth power and quick acceleration. Excellent clutch compartment cooling comes courtesy of the driven clutch's larger fins. The large diameter design, 10 3/4 inches, also contributes to smoother acceleration. A magnesium chain case adds strength and reduces weight. What's more, the brake rotor is located on the drive shaft. This is ideal for tack-sharp stopping power. Ever since Arctic Cat introduced the Twin Spar chassis in 2007, it has proven to be the most comfortable ride in the industry.
We use our Twin Spar chassis for our family trail, our touring, and our wide track. And the main features are the ease of steering, slide action front arm, deep footwells. You feel real comfortable sitting on the snowmobile and riding for many hours. We call it the body-saving ride. You can ride it all day long and feel like you haven't been out there on the trails.
The Twin Spar chassis features 2-box aluminum spars that are triangulated with the steering supports and tunnel. This strong, rigid design delivers great cornering. And of course, that famous body-saving ride that lets you ride all day long. The Twin Spar chassis owes its high-quality ride to the AWS 7 front suspension and slide-action rear suspension. The AWS front suspension is the revolutionary A-arm design first brought to snowmobiling by Arctic Cat. The slide action rear suspension is another legendary technology developed by Arctic Cat. Engineer Ron Bergman describes the benefits delivered from this suspension system.
The touring snowmobile has a long track which eats up the bumps with the slide action front arm and the length of the track. The ride is far superior to any snowmobile out there. We have an overload system, so if you have cargo or an added passenger, you can easily adjust for rider weight or cargo being hauled on the vehicle and still have a very pleasing ride on rough and smooth terrain. But the wide track also has an articulating rear suspension. The main function for that is backing up, hook up to a toboggan or back around in deep snow. The articulating skid frame allows that to happen without getting stuck.
The Act Diamond Drive is a tough piece of equipment and the top choice for a smooth, dependable transfer of power to the track. All told, you get great performance on the trail plus the rugged engineering you need for pulling sleighs, groomers, and fish houses. Act Diamond Drive also provides an efficient solution for convenient push-button reverse in 4-stroke as well as 2-stroke machines. The Bearcat Groomer Special gets a variation of the Act Diamond Drive. This unit features the Black Diamond Extreme 4-pinion planetary gear system, designed to reduce the gear ratio by over 30%, resulting in ideal low speed and towing performance. Arctic Cat builds the most powerful snowmobiles on Earth. But we can also be practical, which is why you'll find a whole lineup of engines ranging from 65 class horsepower on up to 177 plus. In order of horsepower, we begin with the 2000, followed by the 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, and 9000. Two of our newer engines are getting a lot of attention from the industry. After 4 years of development and rigorous testing, 2 racing seasons, and a year in production, the C-Tech 2, also known as the 6000, is being fully rolled out. After a tremendous introduction, it is now available across the ZR, XF, and Mountain lineups. Here's another engine you'll want to know more about. This is clean technology taken to the highest altitudes. The 7000, our C-Tech 4 engine introduced last year, defines the new standard of performance, efficiency, and reliability. When refined 4-stroke power is what you're looking for, this forward-thinking 1049cc triple ushers in a new era of quality and performance, along with a very enjoyable 135 class horsepower. Arctic Cat will not be beaten. Not on the racetrack, not on the trail, not on the mountain. The king of all clean technology engines, the famed 1056cc 4-stroke turbo has no rival. 177 horsepower is spellbinding. And when you experience 121 foot-pounds of torque at any elevation and temperature, well, you will understand why some people have to have it all. The intercooled turbo system utilizes 9 pounds per square inch of boost. A wastegate control valve regulates intake pressure to maintain boost pressure and reduce turbo lag. This engine rips. The 8000 is one of the finest examples of liquid-cooled 2-stroke refinement ever mated to a snowmobile. 160 class horsepower makes it the most powerful 2-stroke engine anywhere. It features a lightweight, quick-revving crankshaft, battery-less EFI, Arctic Cat electronic exhaust valves, twin spark plugs per cylinder, and weight-saving engine reverse technology. The engine NOx sensor provides octane recognition, an advantage that increases your fuel options. The 7000 four-stroke. Clean technology brings you advanced intake, exhaust, and oil and cooling systems. The 1049cc triple gets a state-of-the-art Arctic Cat fuel management system, creating throttle response that's both immediate and smooth. The sound this 135 class horsepower engine makes will invite you to have your way with the throttle every chance you get. The 6000 is the all-new Arctic Cat designed C-Tech 2 engine, and it is by far the most powerful and most efficient 600 we've ever offered. Assembled exclusively at our St. Cloud, Minnesota engine assembly plant, this engine is completely new from crankcase to cylinder head. It's 10 pounds lighter than our previous 600. 4 pounds came out of the crankshaft. For those who know a little bit about engine performance, if you want to boost an engine's throttle response time, a lightweight, ultra-strong crankshaft works miracles. Our minds are always focused on efficiency. The C-Tech 2 boasts a huge reduction in oil consumption. Expect a fuel-to-oil ratio ranging from 65:1 to as high as 90:1, depending on how heavy your right thumb gets. Apart from incredible fuel-to-oil ratios, outstanding wear protection, excellent detergency, and very low smoke and smell, this Arctic Cat OEM lubricant has a unique viscosity, making it the easiest cold-starting oil in the industry. Now, onto the C-Tech 2 fuel system. At lower engine loads, dual-stage injection injects fuel directly into the combustion chamber on top of the piston. By reducing the distance fuel has to travel, performance, fuel economy, and emissions all improve. In addition to more efficient fuel delivery, the injectors also deliver a small amount of oil to the engine's wrist bearings. Superior lubrication means superior durability. Everything about this engine is right. But if you've read what the industry is saying about it, you don't need us to tell you that. The 5000 is the first four-stroke designed specifically for snowmobiling. The 1056cc mill has been in the lineup long enough to achieve perfection. The price is low, the efficiency is high, and with 125 class horsepower, this engine is in good company among its prestigious brethren. The 499cc liquid-cooled twin is the ideal engine for a wide range of riders. This engine represents tried and true two-stroke performance. It is the right combination of performance, reliability, and value. There is more fun to be had with this little engine than you'll know what to do with. But you'll figure it out. The value-focused 565cc, two-stroke, fan-cooled carbureted engine is powerful, durable, and efficient. Push-button reverse is a favorite in the utility segment. This engine is revered around the world for its simplicity and dependability, and the value can't be beat. Talk to any cat-to-the-core rider, and they will quickly tell you exactly what they need to ride more. The right jacket, pants, boots, gloves, helmet. They'll paint a picture so clear of the gear they need, it makes our job, dare we say, easy. We go to obsessive lengths to fill the pages of our Arctic wear and snowmobile accessories catalog with the gear and accessories riders who ride more know they need. All of our gear is designed, engineered, and tested to protect you from the elements and the challenges of the terrain. Another defining characteristic is how you feel wearing it. The fit is like it was made for you and you alone. The same is true for how Arctic Cat accessories fit your snowmobile. Sure, there's a lot to choose from. Our catalog goes thump when it lands on the coffee table, because that's the way it's gotta be. You ride the best snowmobile, you deserve to suit up in the best Arctic Cat gear and bolt on the best Arctic Cat parts available. Grab your free copy of the 2015 Arctic Wear and Snowmobile Accessories catalog at your dealer. It's also available at arcticcat.com. Everywhere Arctic Cat snowmobiles are found, you'll find a breed of individual who needs to ride as much as they need to compete. Snowcross, hill climbs, cross country, ice ovals. Whatever the race venue, Team Arctic racers are there to win. They're also there to help create and shape tomorrow's technology, which is why so many of Team Arctic's finest play an important role in developing the equipment they ride. When Brian Dick isn't leading on the racetrack, he's leading our performance group back in Thief River Falls. Another leader of the pack, 7-peat X Games gold medal winner Tucker Hibbert, continues to stun audiences and inspire the next generation of young racers. Meanwhile, hill climbers David McClure and Rob Kincaid spend their time proving Arctic Cat technology in the most medieval ways. And to all the rest, the Tapio brothers, Ryan Simons, Zach Herfindahl, Jolene Butte, PJ Wanderscheid, and so many others, we say to you, keep doing what you do best. Racing, winning, will always be a huge part of building the best sleds. To see racing at its finest, head to an event near you. Learn more at arcticcat.com/teamarctic.